डॉक्टर साहब देखिए ना, मेरा बेटा मोटरसाइकिल से गिर गया। I can't understand Hindi. Can you please tell in English? ठीक है। My Londa Gironda from Hero Honda.
Father and son was walking from one town to another. They stopped by a big tree and the father asked his son, "I am thirsty. Please get me some water from that lake there." The son walked up to the lake. When he reached it, he noticed that some people were washing clothes, and right at that moment a bullock cart started crossing the lake. As a result, the water became very muddy, very turbid. The son thought, "How can I give this muddy water to my father?" So he came back and said, "The water in there is very muddy. I don't think it is fit to drink." The father said, "Let us take a little rest here." After about half an hour, he asked his son to go back to the lake and get him some water to drink. The son went back to the lake. To his surprise, the lake had absolutely clear water in it. The mud had settled down, so he collected some water and brought it to his father. The father looked at the water, and then up at his son and said, "See, you let the water be, and the mud settled down on its own. You got clear water. It didn't require any effort. Your mind is also like that. When it is disturbed, just let it be. Give it a little time. It will settle down on its own. We can judge and take best decisions of our life when we stay calm." Phil and Jason are playing in the garden when Phil's mom suddenly calls. "Phil, darling, come in and eat." Phil completely ignores her and continues to play. Then Jason asks him, "Don't you want to go in? Your mom called you." Phil replies, "I don't want to go in. She always has to be annoying." So they both carry on playing. After a few minutes, Jason asks again, "Don't you want to eat? Your mom's waiting." Phil shakes his head and says, "Man, my mom's annoying. Let's just keep playing." Then Jason says, "Can I eat with you? I'm hungry too." Phil rolls his eyes and says, "Okay, then let's go inside to my mom then." As they sit at the table, Jason says, "Thanks, Mrs. Tompkins, for letting me eat with you. Everything looks great." Out of nowhere, Phil suddenly shouts, "The food doesn't taste good and it's cold. You can't cook." Later that evening, as Jason is saying goodbye to Phil, he says, "Tomorrow I'm going to visit my mom. Do you want to come along?" Phil agrees. The next day, Jason takes Phil to his mom and says, "I wish my mom would call me for dinner or hug me in the evening and say goodnight. Be glad you have a mom. Enjoy it because you never know how long the people you love will be around."
I ride a horse. I drive a car. I fly a plane. Banana, banana, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, cherry, cherry, apple, apple, mushroom, mushroom, carrot, carrot, lettuce, lettuce, cucumber, cucumber, onion, onion, garlic, garlic, pepper, pepper, spinach, spinach, broccoli, broccoli, cauliflower, cauliflower, pumpkin, pumpkin, corn, corn, strawberry, strawberry, blueberry, blueberry, raspberry, raspberry, watermelon, watermelon, grape, grape, lemon, lemon, lime, lime, orange, orange, peach, peach, pear, pear, plum, plum.
Marie was new in the city and didn't know anyone. She often felt lonely at school as she hadn't made any friends yet. One day she noticed a boy called Max who was also alone. He was often teased by the other children because he was always sticking his nose in books. Marie decided one day to sit down with Max and talk to him. She quickly discovered that they had many interests in common, especially a love of books. Every day during the lunch break, Marie and Max sat down together and laughed a lot. The children at school kept looking over at them and couldn't understand how such outsiders could have so much fun. Soon some of the children became so curious that they also sat down with Max and Marie. They were happy to meet every new child and were very interested in the hobbies of the others. Max and Marie showed the other children that it is okay to be different and that true friendship knows no prejudice. One day when Marie looked into the group of children who now sat with them every lunch break, she saw how happy Max looked at her, and she realized that true friendship often develops where you least expect it. Openness and kindness can build bridges between